there's this idea that it's acceptable in the kingdom of Yahuah to be patriotic, and it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable because what it means to be patriotic means to be against God, because you cannot be a lover of the world while also walking in the will of the Father. Man, it's hard to be a patriotic individual and still maintain a healthy relationship with the Father. The reason that I say this is because a part of what it means to be patriotic means to be loyal to your country. It means to be loyal to the system. You have to possess a certain loyalty to the world to be classified as patriotic. And the Father did not call us to be patriotic people, but holy. All right? There's a difference in what it means to be patriotic and what it means to be holy. And the reason that I'm bringing this to the light is because I've been doing a lot of studying of the Hebrews lately, a lot of studying of the Jews, and this is the nation of people that the Father chose to reveal his glory to the world, right? This is the nation of people that he chose and set them apart. And if we want to know what it looks like to follow him and what a people look like that should follow him, then we can look at the history of the Hebrews, right? He took them through the desert. He humbled them. He afflicted them because of their rebellion. He gave them the Torah, the law, and made sure that they were not a lawless people. He commanded that they be holy, right? And because of these laws that the Hebrews were given, if you follow their history, you will see them always fighting against the system. They were always fighting against paganism because they were a holy people. Now, a lot of times when you read the Bible, we see a lot about them being stubborn and rebellious and stuff like that. And a lot of times Christians take that and just think that that was all the Jews or that was all the Hebrews. This wasn't all the Hebrews that were rebelling against the Father. All right. So basically what I'm saying is there's this ideal in America that the Father wants us to be good, patriotic American citizens, when that's far from what he desires of us. All right. He desires that we be a holy people. What it means to be holy, that means to be set apart. All right, so we should be set apart from the world. We should not, what we look like should not be similar to what the world looks like or what the world is doing. All right, Paul said that no one who has been enlisted in an army involves themselves with the affairs of this life. What that means is we have been enlisted in the army of the Father. Right? We're spreading the gospel. We're showing the world what it looks like to worship him. We're showing the world how to conduct ourselves so that we can be pleasing to him, right? We cannot do that while also entangling ourselves with the affairs of this life. A part of what it means to be patriotic, as I mentioned before, it means to have a certain loyalty to this world, a certain loyalty to society. That loyalty that you have to the world will take you out of the will of God. We can see this in a Christian conservative community, which is probably the best example of what it means to possess a certain loyalty to the world that takes you out of the will of God. A lot of these people think that they're going to be rewarded on Judgment Day and that the Father is going to be pleased with their conduct, but they have another thing coming. All right. This is not to give credit to the liberal movement either. All right. What I'm saying is, if you look at the way that God's people have always carried themselves, most of these people who were always impoverished, poor people over the course of history, you look at the Christians or before Christianity, our example before Christianity is the Hebrews. All right. Our example before Christianity is the Jews. These people fought against Hellenization. They fought against Greek society. All right. They fought against the Romans. All right. These people were a strict group of people who were always fighting against the ways of the world. And this is one of the reasons why the Hebrews were always persecuted. They were always persecuted because they didn't fit in. They didn't fit in with society. Right. They didn't fit in with paganism. They were going against the grain of the world, and in our relationship with the Father, we should be doing the same thing. You cannot be loyal to the world while also being holy. All right, you can't be loyal to the world and friends with the world while also loving God. Now that doesn't mean that we have to break laws. That doesn't mean that we have to fight against our government. We don't have to do that. But you can be loyal to the Father while also abstaining from being loyal to the world. So all I'm saying is, man, there's this idea that it's acceptable in the kingdom of Yahuah to be patriotic, and it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable because what it means to be patriotic means to be against God, because you cannot be a lover of the world while also walking in the will of the Father. And as you can see, a lot of these Christian conservatives, they just have this attitude like America is the best country, and if you don't like it, then go back to where you came from. And a lot of these people who live here in America, their ancestors, they didn't originally originate here in this country. They're immigrants also. So as you can see, this mindset is flawed. It's severely flawed, and it's not from the Spirit of God. This American patriotic attitude that a lot of Christian conservatives hold is it does not produce the fruit of God. So you need to make sure that you're not getting involved with this political attitude that a lot of Christian conservatives have. Like I said, this is not to give credit to the liberal community also, but the Christian conservative community is the one that has this patriotic attitude, all right? I don't know why people think that this is acceptable to the Father, but it's not. So we just need to make sure that we're being holy people, not patriotic people. God's people have never, ever been patriotic people. They have always been a people that fought against Hellenization, a people that fought against paganism. They have always been a people that fought against the ways of the world. They fought against the system, not physically by rebelling against their government. And sometimes they did that. If the laws of the land is making me defile the Sabbath, if the laws of the land is making me not be holy, then it may have to come down to fighting the government. We've seen this during the wars of the Maccabees. But for the most part, obeying God is not going to cause you to have to physically fight against your government. There will come a time for that, but obeying Him, you don't have to rebel against the government. All right, He fights our battles. All right, so we're not here to be patriotic. We're here to be holy, set apart. Y'all be blessed.